Hello everyone, and thank you for coming to an informative speech about Suboxone treatment. My interest in this particular medication stems from working in the field of social services and mainly from direct conversations with people that were struggling to overcome addiction to opiates, whether illicit or pharmaceutical. Suboxone was put on the market in 2002, and this medication has proven that society and science is moving toward an understanding of addictions, neuroscience, and combining the necessary knowledge of the neurotransmitters and receptor sites. Suboxone decreases the withdrawal symptoms for so many people. The feeling of being sick is one of the #1 reasons for what is considered maintenance use. People use simply to feel better because the withdrawal symptoms are so severe. So in order to gain a sense of insight into addictions treatment and use, we need to further look into some of the practices involved in the mental health and addictions communities. And of course, harm reduction is one such practice. The best practices of harm reduction include accepting people for who they are without judgment against the individual in their current situation. If a person is actively using heroin, it is important to assist that person with patience, compassion, and understanding to help them reach the conclusion by their own free will to allow themselves to determine what is working and not working in their lives. In a world where drug abuse, and namely heroin, is on the rise in Portland specifically, I wanted to inform people of the wonders of Suboxone. And in order to understand Suboxone, we must first understand the opioid receptor sites in the brain. This receptor site is called MAH000, and the receptor sites are here. Here's one. Here's one. This receptor site is where the opiates that enter the brain from the blood-brain barrier enter the central nervous system. The central nervous system then gets a message to flood the body with the neurotransmitter dopamine. This affects the pleasure and reward system of the brain, and these are the short-term effects of opioid use. The long-term effects of using opioids can be fatally, especially in intravenous users. Studies have shown that people that use with needles are at a higher rate to contract other life-threatening diseases. And the effects of heroin overdose are noted in popular movies like Pulp Fiction, for example, where Uma Thurman overdosed on heroin and her friends brought her back with a shot of adrenaline to the heart to revive her. So this may seem far-fetched, but Suboxone and other opiate antagonists do just that. Stop the opioid from entering the receptor site. Suboxone blocks the MAH000 receptor site so that opiates cannot enter that site. This is to increase dopamine. So that no increased dopamine is released. Everything is normalized and the patient experiences relief from withdrawal in as little as 2 hours. Suboxone is making such a huge impact nationally that the Oregon Health Plan now covers the medication in full so that people can ultimately live happier, healthier lives. This act is a move in the direction of harm reduction and longevity of our population. Whether it is a Republican business owner that is addicted to OxyContin or a homeless heroin user, Suboxone is here to assist with the withdrawal symptoms so that people can live a happier, healthier life.